Good afternoon, everybody. A continuation from my other video and more about my photography hobbies and a little bit about coins on this video. Alright, I'm a little dumbfounded right now. Alright, somebody, you just don't know, about weight of a penny. It's just get a scale. AWS makes them. I had this one since I started collecting. And your copper pennies will weigh 3.1 gram, and your zinc will weigh 2.5 grams. So if you do have a proof penny and you don't know it, usually your proof pennies will have an estimate mark. That's going to another video I seen. The person was a little confused about if he had a proof or not. Yeah, if you have a proof, it would have an estimate mark on it. If you have a zinc, it will weigh 2.5 grams. If you have a copper, it'll weigh 3.1 grams. Just buy a little scale like this one. They're like $5. AWS makes them, other companies make them. I had this since I started collecting since 2009 or so. But don't try to calibrate these suckers. Back then I used to buy 10-ounce bars and it would come out 998, 997. I didn't know. I thought it was a scale, but they're, usually off 2/10 or whatever. Some bars ain't exactly 10 ounces. And I tried to recalibrate it. I got to get a new one. Just certain features work on this. They're not as accurate, but it's only a $5 investment. And you get the batteries that go in the back. This one could hold 2 extra batteries in case they go dead. But don't try to recalibrate a cheap scale, it will ruin it. You have to put like 500 grams of weight on it or something. I was stacked all these stupid bars up on it. They were falling all over the place, stacked up to here or something like that. Oh, it was a mess, but it still works on most of it. Alright, so with all your new collectors, just buy a scale and, learn the weights of your pennies. I'm weighing everything now, all these things out there with errors and stuff with pennies underweight, especially the 82 copper a day or something. It's supposed to be a zinc or something like that. All right, more about myself. Started collecting into fitness also. I just came back from my 1.5 mile walk. The first time I just had knee surgery done on my knee. It was orthoscopic. It's wrapped right now, and it did wonders. Took all my hip pain away. For the past 3 months, I couldn't sleep a full night. Oh boy, I was going through hell. And so far, so good. This is the first day I did my 1.5 mile power walk, like an 18-minute mile on my fitness app. I was doing a 15-minute mile, then my knee went walking. I was up to 2 miles or a mile, 1.75, but I'm back down to 1.5 again. So I do that when I don't go to the gym. If I miss the gym, I do my walk. Cardio, I'm going for cardio. You got to keep motivated. If I don't, if you're in what stage, if you're in motivation, you stay motivated. All right, and a year out of my life was missing. I ended up in the hospital for a year. But there's a lot of things about that that I really have to write down, and things that I really don't want to talk about because legal reasons and stuff like that. Or in case I want to open up a case because I was misdiagnosed big time. I shouldn't have ended up where I ended up. I was totally misdiagnosed, and you know, but in time, I'll tell you my story about that. And then, I was like, taking care of my mother. Then the next day I ended up in the hospital in a locked ward, and how the hell did I get here? They didn't take care of the situation. That was what happened to me. They just looked at other aspects of what was going on in my life, and they assumed that I was mental because of what happened to me with my ammonia levels built up, and I went, but just didn't know what I was doing, and they threw me up there in a locked ward. But that's I want to see the son of a bitches. But I call like 20, 30 lawyers. They are mental, and then they just like click. But anyway, I'm back, and um, so before that happened, I was into photography. My whole life I was into photography. That was just 2014 was a bad year for me. The whole year I was away. Very bad year. You know, everybody wants me to tell my story, and I don't know if this is the place to really tell it, but you know, but I do have a hell of a story to tell. I could write a book, you know. But for the grace of God, I'm back. My mind is back, and I'm back doing what I do. I mean, I forgot everything. I didn't even know what a troy ounce was. I didn't even know how to text anybody on this. I lost my everything. I forgot how to do everything. I ended up in a wheelchair. Almost got thrown away in a nursing home, and it was really terrible. And that was 2014 of my life. Really, my mother was home. I was taking care of my mother. I was doing good, taking care of her. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I talked to somebody a while when I got out of the hospital. They said your ammonia levels could have built up because I had something else wrong with me to cause that. But I got taken care of that, and I'm free of that problem. So, if your liver ain't functioning right, it won't filter out the stuff out of your system, and everything will build up, and it goes to your brain. And I was, the thing is, they filled me full of meds, psychotics, like antidepressants and antipsychotics, and that made it worse. You know, that's why I was a fall risk. I ended up in a wheelchair, and that shouldn't have happened. I mean, I did have a good lawsuit if I approached it right. You know, I was misdiagnosed big time. I was doing very well, taking care of my mother, and she was home with cancer, liver cancer, and I was in the hospital. I didn't even know she had liver cancer until like I found out. But she's doing good right now, thank God. And she's there all alone. I'm in the hospital. And then when I got sent to the other hospital, it was involuntarily, so I could knock it out. And that was hard. It was a whole year. And up in the park, up on the farm, whatever you want to call it. It was terrible. People freaking rolling on the ground near me, just falling on the ground and rolling all over the place there. It's just shame there's a lot of young kids in there between the ages of 20 and 30 that might be bipolar or whatever, and it's a shame it's filled with a lot of young kids. There are some older people, but mostly all young kids in there, and some people, I was in there with all kind of people, criminally insane people, where they were on the forensic end of it. So it ain't I would have rather been in jail. I swear, I would have, than in that place. I really was never that long. Never did that long of a stint in jail, but I would have rather been in jail or a drug rehab than that damn place. I mean, it was nuts. And for the grace of God, I'm here and I'm back, and my mind is back, and you know, the thing is that caused me to go in there. I had Hep C for a number. My levels were up. I forget what you call the levels were up in the millions, and I'm a Harvani success rate. I've been Hep C free for two plus years. I go to my doctor next month. Now it's every year he sees me. It was every 3 months now, and then every 6 months. Now it's my yearly visit. So I'm a Harvani success rate. So that's a silent disease. Get checked for it because anybody could get it through blood transfusions prior to certain years before they check the blood real good. I got mine other ways, and that's personal. Um, so got mine through. That's a whole different story. But I was doing very well. I got out of the hospital, ended up with an apartment. Um, if I need a nurse, I just make a phone call. I mean, I get rides to the store, whatever, the program I'm on. And, they tried to put me into a group home. I don't fit that criteria. I mean, I have mild depression and anxiety. I do have bad anxiety disorder, but I never, as far as ending up in a state hospital, no, I don't, never fit that. Misdiagnosed it to a T, and it was like bad. But the mind, we are strong people. The mind is a strong thing, and then everything started coming back, and my mind came back, and for the grace of God, I'm here and I'm alive. And I'm not bipolar. I'm not paranoid schizophrenic, none of that. I never was mental. I mean, I shouldn't have ended up in there, but I did. And that's why I'm telling it to prove my side that I should not have been put in there. Not at all. I got post-traumatic stress from that damn place. And I was in a wheelchair wearing diapers. I would get catheters once a week because I couldn't urinate. Oh boy, it was terrible. I was flipping out. I wanted to get the hell out of there. I ended up in freaking the chair, strapped in a chair. I was flipping out. And I ended up in quiet rooms. Freaking, I was in there screaming. It was nuts. It was crazy. But after a bit in there, I went on day trips, and they had like music groups computer room. That's where I started watching my Johnson Matthey videos. Mine started coming back because I couldn't get them on my phone before I went in. And I started, with YouTube back then with the Led Zeppelin, just an escape, for an hour or two, going to the computer center over there and watching, YouTube videos. Everybody's listening to Zeppelin. I'm looking at Silver videos, the Matthey ones and stuff. And so it was interesting. It was an experience, it was a damn experience. We would go to it ain't like I was stuck in a hospital room day and night. I got out. They had like a place they call a treatment mall where you go to groups all day and stuff. It was interesting. It's what God had in mind for me at the time, and I attribute it to my past behaviors, and I'm guessing it was the ammonia levels built up in me. But everything happens for a reason in life, and I'm here right now, and that's the main thing. You learn from your past. I just came back from my walk. I've been working out for around 3 years now. Since I got Hep C free, I had more energy than ever. I mean, oh boy, I felt 10 times better. I know there was people in there with it, and they couldn't get no treatment. Kid was in there 5 years, had it, and he's in there dying with it. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, the shit I seen in that place. Oh boy. People, when I first went in, I had people watching me. I was freaking, oh my gosh. And, watching me for, I was brought in on an ambulance, and I thought they were doing a scare tactic. An ambulance brought another person in, and I thought they were dead. I thought they were trying to scare me. My mind was so out of it. And there's these big freaking people walking around. I'm like, wow, where the hell am I? I'm finally like, one of my I nevers came true, I guess. And it was like that, I thought they were trying to scare me, and that was the place, as kids don't end up in a room building, that's, criminally insane. I didn't end up there, but, that was like one of the big scare things as a kid, that you don't want to end up there, that's all criminally insane, which, I didn't end up in the forensic end of it, but anyway, I ended up in there, and they brought another girl in on a stretcher. I thought she was dead, trying to scare me. And then before you know it, she's up and eating. I said, what the hell is going on? Where am I? And then they're taking my picture, like, I guess doing a mug shot, whatever. And it was very, and then I didn't have my dentures with me at the time, and I was on this ground fucking diet. Oh my God, it sucked. I used to throw trees. Oh my gosh, I threw, and then they used fillers, this green slime stuff to fill. It was a state, Oh my God, it was terrible. The food. Then they took me out to go look at a nursing home. And I was still in a wheelchair. And thank God one of the other persons in there told me, you don't want to do that because you'll sign all your money away to them and stuff. And that would I came close to ended up being put into a nursing home and thrown away. Very close. And but for the grace of God, I didn't. this is meant to be. I guess it was meant for me to tell my story today, and I'm telling it. And then I quit taking all my meds in there. No, they misdiagnosed me. They thought I had Parkinson's disease because of the stuff I was coming off. I was coming off of Xanaxes, 8 milligrams. They didn't give me nothing. This was in the hospital. They didn't give a shit. I could have died. I could have had a grand mal seizure from that. And I was like this. I was on Parkinson's disease medicine for a year, Nupro. They put a Nupro patch on me for a year. Who knows what side effects that was? You know, that could do to you. Along with the psychotropic medicine, oh, the dreams that stuff gave me, UFOs. Oh man, I was dreaming about UFOs and everything else in that damn place. I seen ghosts in there. The hospital was haunted. I see these. Not. It was a Catholic hospital before I went into the state, and I was hallucinating. Ghosts were coming at me at night. I would run out of my room. That shit had me screwed up, man. And it was, misdiagnosed with Parkinson's disease. They give you medicine, a stool softener every day because, most of the psychotics bind you up to keep people regular, and a stool softener and collates. They give everybody that, and I was on like about 5 or 6 different meds in that bitter liquid. That was a psychotic shit. Oh my God. I didn't like that. And I thought I was going to die. I didn't think I was going to wake up the next day. The workers in there, I said, am I going to wake up tomorrow? I didn't believe it. I thought the world was going to blow up. Like the countdown. Like, I thought I was going to get blown. I thought the world was going to end. It was weird. Oh, man, I thought they sprayed some kind of nerve gas or some kind of gas over the area, and it messed everybody up. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But that was then, I got out in the end of 2014, so I was out all 2015, 16, 17. It's going to be 18, And I got an apartment now, and I got assistance and all that. And, so that's positive. I got out, the nurse took me right to the gym. You're joining that gym. I joined the gym right when I got out. I was lifting, they had a weight room in there, and I was working out in there. They had very, very good therapy in there. I had a bad shoulder in there, and I was getting physical therapy in there. And so there's a very good therapist in there. So I started exercising in there, and then I got out and then went to the gym and started working out at the gym, and slowly but surely, most of it was a lot of anger. I had a lot of anger issues when I got out. I took it out on everybody. I took it out. And then, while I was in there, a lot of my stuff got stolen, and it was a mess. It was a mess. A big mess. But, this is probably video is going to fit into, I don't know what kind of category. But it's a video and I'm talking. I mean, it's different talking on camera, video, camera actually. I don't know how long I'm allowed to make videos on YouTube, but I'll find out. All right, now, I'm here for the grace of God, and we have today, I took my walk. It's beautiful fall weather. I love the fall. Really love it. And it's like, there's a guy setting up pumpkins on a table, and I think they were going to have a pumpkin carving contest because he had all like the electric knives out and stuff. I took a picture of a pumpkin, and all with taking pictures. Here's what I used to look like when I was 18. Big difference. Here's another one that might have been around 20. This is down the shore. This is when I was like 18, 19. I don't know if you could see that clearly. Here's some other ones. Me at my cousin's wedding. I was in a wedding party. Yeah, yeah, it's in my 20s. Years catch up. I used to take a lot of pictures of flowers. Close-ups. Here's some. This is film. This ain't digital. This is old school, you know. I'm old school in photography with film, but I have a digital camera now. That's flowers, close up of a spider. There's another picture of me at a young age. I was around 20 there in my leather jacket. Picture at my cousin's wedding. That's my brother. He passed away in 2001. That's his wife. She's still living. All right, and here's a good flower photos. I took all that with, that's all film. I was taking pictures for basically my whole life. Other pictures, flowers. That's why, you know, with the coins and all, probably have good knowledge, but I got to get used to them new close-up cameras with a lot of that new electronics I don't know too much about. There's some more. There's all kind of close-up cameras out for these coins. I got to get one to look at the errors on them. All right. This is a moon. I had a 75 to 300 millimeter telephoto. Another flower. These are some of my nicer ones. I got these blown up to 5x7. That's really nice. This is the church. That came out beautiful. Yes. Good thing I got all CDs with these pictures, because now I put a lot of them are on my computer. So here's my cat. We had this cat for 18 years. It's a black and white close-up. It came out really good. I miss my cat. He's had weird dreams about that cat because I got to cremate it, and that cat, they say cat has 9 lives. That damn thing haunted me. Dairy Queen. You know, I'm kind of a private person, and a lot of stuff I watch, I got a show on here. But I think there's the full moon. I'm trying to figure out how to put pictures on here, like a slideshow. I probably could do it on a computer. You know, so that's my photography. I live in a complex where, you know, people move out of the empty apartments and they throw their stuff out. One man's junk is another man's treasure. I found a lot of good stuff. I just found this is a A.J.C. Cohen photo, A. Cohen of a lighthouse. I mean, it's not a photo, it's a painting or a litho. I think it's a painting. don't know about it. I have to look at it through a glass. Or, you know. Here's another. This is just a freaking El Cheapo. That one's got a signature on it. All right. A lot of good finds. What else? I found a brand new jewelry box. It's my apartment here. So I cannot complain. All right. Now I know I put them away. Damn it! I was gonna now I feel like showing some coins, but it's not really about coins. That's my other hobby, photography. I have a Canon EOS, Canon T5 Rebel EOS right now with 75 to 300 zoom and a regular 55 millimeter with the f1.8 lens. That's digital, 18 megapixels. You really only need 14 to get a good shot. I'm learning all that. I know enough how to put that thing on manual and use it, you know. So I'm into mostly close-up photography. I just ordered a lot of good close-up filters off of Amazon. They're a cheap set. They're not good, got a good coating on them, but for the money and for what I'm going to use them for, they're good enough, you know. I like close-ups. And so, all right. I guess that'll wrap it up. Oh, yeah, shout out goes to all my new subscribers to Devin Alves. That's the question I answered with the pennies. I seen his video. I didn't know if he was a proof, but most of your proofs have an estimate mark. Shelly H. Jeremiah Johnson, Gerald Thompson, and of course SJ Adventures. He's always going to get one from me. Shout out. All right. Have a safe day. And if you think you had a bad day, there's always somebody that had a worse one. Later.